Hello and welcome to the Tami Show. This is a special edition of the New Zealand Country Music Awards. Now normally the New Zealand Country Music Awards are held in the South Island in a little town called Gore. And this year, of course, with the virus, we're not able to have a ceremony. And so Radio New Zealand, our national broadcaster, is going to be announcing the winners today at noon. So I thought I'd get my brother Jay to join me online while we listen to the awards and let you know who the winners are. But first, like any good awards show, red carpet time.
Tell me that you love me. Tell me that you love me.
It's just an honor to be nominated. You know, it's not about winning. And no matter what happens, my fellow nominees are just lucky to know me. Yes, I'm nominated for 2 songs tonight. Hey Bus Driver with my brother Jay, and then Any Fool with a Heart, which I wrote all by myself without any help. I know, it's unbelievable, isn't it? What's that? Who am I wearing? Well, I got this from Butch Wax Vintage. She's on Instagram, and she specializes in vintage dresses. And these are my Zoe and Morgan earrings. They're one of New Zealand's best jewelers. I just have to say, I love this microphone. It's so unique. Great sound. Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2.
Tell me that you love me.
Looking snappy, little bro.
Thank you very much. Same to you, my friend.
Your glasses even match my outfit. And your tie. We would look so good on a red carpet right now.
Right. Instead, you have what? Towels?
Bath towels, yeah. Obviously, there isn't a real ceremony this year for the New Zealand Country Music Awards. So we're making do here. We've put in a lot of effort. And I kind of feel like this will be awesome or this will be extremely embarrassing.
You never know.
If we lose, we've made all this effort and we lose. Oh my God. Yeah. And so I just have to let you know. So they're announcing it live on Radio New Zealand at noon today and quite soon. And so we're going to listen to it live. And I've been told that if you're the winner, they're going to ring you and talk to you, interview you live. And so if my phone rings, I'm going to have to run and stand in the corner of my bedroom because it's the only place I get phone reception.
That is so typical Tami.
I live in the country. I'm
past the city limit sign where there's a home.
So I may have to leave you to just listen to it by yourself.
Okay.
Okay, so let's turn on our radios. Well, I'll turn on my radio. You turn on your streaming online on RNZ.
Now time for me to announce APRA's Best Country Music Song.
Okay.
So the finalists for Best Country Music Song are Any Fool with a Heart, Tami Neilson. Hey Bus Driver, Jay and Tami Neilson. That Summer by Kaylee Bell. And West Coast by Katie Thompson. And the winner for the 2020 APRA Best Country Music Song is Hey Bus Driver by Tami Neilson. We're calling her now. Oh my God!
Hello.
Hi, is that Tami Neilson?
Yes.
Hello, it's Charlotte Ryan from RNZ National. I'm calling you on behalf of APRA, Recorded Music New Zealand, and the New Zealand Music Country Awards to let you know that you're the winner for the 2020 APRA Best Country Music Song for Hey Bus Driver. Yes.
Oh, my brother will be stoked because he's nominated with me, and then I was nominated for one without him. and he's going to be, you should have just said I won the other one, just to rub it in.
No, Jay deserves credit as well.
Damn it. Oh, that's such awesome news. I've been, sitting by the phone like a tool, I feel like a damsel in the 1950s waiting for a phone call. We're having to kind of go back in time with having to do things over the radio right now with the virus, but it's special nonetheless.
It's so special, yes, because usually we'd all be, or you would definitely be down in Gore at the Country Music Awards, which is such a great week of celebration and such a fun day sort of going down there. If you were there...
I know, I would be feasting on a cheese roll right now. That's exactly what I would, 5 cheese rolls.
I was like, 1? Will that do? But if you were down there and we were having an official ceremony, and I guess right now on RNZ it's an official ceremony for COVID-19 era, can you give me a thank you speech, or who would you go up and receive the award and thank?
Absolutely. Well, first and foremost, I would thank my brother Jay, who is my co-writer on this song and who was an integral part of the CHICKABOOM album that the song is off. And I would also thank my dear friend Delaney Davidson, who co-produced the album with me, Joel Mulholland, who engineered the song. Oh, God, this is awful. I should have been well prepared because this is radio. I should have had everything written down. And I'd like to thank Joe McCallum, who played drums on the song, and Tipper Ryan Kidd, who is part of my management team here in New Zealand, along with Southland Records, who put out the album here. To my label Outside Music in Canada, who's done an amazing job rolling out this music. To my brother Todd Neilson, who produced the video for it. It premiered on Rolling Stone, so it's been a really exciting ride. And of course, this is very unprecedented times. And so it's really, this is just a lovely little spark of joy in the midst of a lot of darkness for all of us, and especially for musicians. Our community has been hit. We were kind of hit first, and I think we'll be the last to be able to kind of resume what we do for a living, traveling around the world. And I guess my biggest hope, if I can say anything, is that all around the world, countries will embrace their local artists. This is New Zealand Music Month. We're just wrapping it up. And this is the time for mainstream radio, for mainstream television, for ads, for, all the music you use in advertising, music you use in our film and television. Use New Zealand artists. This is the time we really need your help to restore our broken industry, just as we're all in this same boat.
Oh, Tami, that's so right, and it means a lot. I'm going to play Hey Bus Driver, the winning song. Can you tell me a little bit about the song, or us a little bit about the song before we play it?
Sure. I mean, it feels like a million years ago now because this song is all about touring.
Oh, right, of course.
Yeah, it's all about touring and being on the road and wishing I was home and missing my children, missing my family on the road. And now it's kind of a turn of the tables. I'm getting, that's the silver lining to all of this. I'm getting so much time at home with my family and my boys, and I'm absolutely loving that part of it. So this is a little snippet of life as it was touring for a musician only a few months ago.
It's New Zealand's best country music song for 2020. Congratulations, Tami Neilson and Jay Neilson.
Bring it in.
So, got our little drink. You got yours? Yes.
Yes.
So, gonna have a little toast across the miles.
Right on.
I'm so happy to be sharing this award with you. I love you so much.
Ditto.
And I can't
I'm so
wait
happy.
I can't wait till we get to yell at bus drivers together on the road again.
Right on. Cheers.
Best country song 2020.
Clink. Down the hatch.
to my last blue jeans. Drug stop coffee and same white lines, every road I've seen. Fall asleep looking at your picture, wake up saying your name. Rain tears out of my pillow, go and say, hey bus driver, put your foot down 'cause I'm on fire. 18 shores out on the road, it's only 6 more days, only 5 more days, only 4 more days, and I'm home. I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm going home. Got no honey in the morning, got no sugar in my bowl. I'm just bringing on the bacon, raking in, making that dough. Fall asleep looking at your picture, wake up saying your name. Bring tears out of my pillow, go and say, hey bus driver, put your foot down 'cause I'm on fire. 21 shores out on the road, it's only 3 more days, only 2 more days, only 1 more day, and I'm home. I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm going home. Ooh, mama, mama, I'm coming 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 home. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. I'm coming home.
Today we have my fellow nominees, Kaylee Bell, live from the South Island of New Zealand. She's in a legit Southland kitchen, making a legit Southland recipe. She's showing us, me, and this West Coaster. Katie Thompson, my other fellow nominee for Best Country Song. But just before we, proceed, girls, we're all winners inside.
Oh,
I'm-
always.
Always. I'm just more of a winner outside. So every year, the Country Music Awards in New Zealand are held in Gore, and Gore is famous for their Southland cheese rolls. Now, as a Canadian, I did not know what a cheese roll was.
Really?
I
I was
had
going
lived.
to ask you that.
I think I had my first cheese roll in Gore. I go for the awards. Yeah, for the awards, but I really go for the cheese roll.
Yeah.
So the cheese roll comes from Kaylee's.
So this
neck
is
of
from
the woods.
Waimate. So this is the centre of the South Island where this recipe is coming from today.
I love
Right
it.
back-
This is
back in the
the
middle.
center of it. This is
So this is
everything you want.
Yes. You wanted the epicenter, you found it. Handwritten.
Hey,
Oh, is that legit like your Nana's
It's
recipe?
like the legit Rose Bell recipe that we've probably used for about 20 years.
And look at you compared to my stovetop is to my boob, which is a dangerous hazard.
7-foot country singer over here. I'll do this.
This
Something I prepared a little earlier. So basically, you've got to heat in a pot for about 15 minutes. Cup of water and 3 big tablespoons, or roughly like a packet of legendary kiwi onion soup.
You know what? Kiwis love onion mix for everything. I could only get the French because it was sold out.
Of course
Like,
it was.
I didn't even have to go shopping for it because it was already in my pantry.
I had like a box of them.
Back into a bowl. Add a pinch of salt, mustard. American, this should make you feel at home, Tammy.
I'm gonna get a spoon because I'm mixing with a knife.
You need a cup of grated cheese. So we all prepared that earlier. I have to say, I never spent any time in the kitchen till lockdown, and now I just think I'm professional.
Everybody else was making sourdough, and I was like popping frozen waffles.
Okay, if you've got corn flour, I can't remember if I sent this through, but if you've got corn flour, it just needs a tablespoon.
Kaylee,
You didn't see.
I've not seen that.
See, Tammy, she's just doing what every good baker or family does with a recipe. Just don't give everybody the full thing, then they'll never remember how to make it.
I know it was intentional, believe me.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks disgusting.
So appetizing. Mm.
Yeah. The bread situation, you can use any bread, but if you are wanting to go and buy something specific, then like a thin slice is a lot easier to roll. I'll try and move my camera for a minute so you can see.
Okay.
So cut off this side.
Okay.
And then
this is
the opposite side as well. So you should just have, should look like this.
okay.
So I'll cut off
Let's
that
see.
side and that side. So make sure your oven, if you haven't turned it on, grill, get it preheated on the grill. So you just sort of take as much as you want. Spread it on quite thick. The thicker the better, really. Can you see what I'm doing?
Yeah.
I want to see how you roll these bad boys. That's what I'm
Then you roll it from crust to crust.
Your mixture looks so much nicer than mine.
I know you guys know that you butter them afterwards, but you can also chuck a little bit of butter on the outside of each crust before it goes in the oven. Just makes it grill quite beautifully.
I've got Hey Bus Driver stuck in my head. Thank you, Tammy.
Yeah.
Like have a little tear every time I start singing it, but you know, it's all right.
Oh, look at you.
They look like that.
A friend of mine who's from Invercargill said that her Nana like covers the entire counter with bread, and then she has like a big, like a cake icing thing, and she just like, you know that all the nanas in New Zealand who watch this are going to be like, they're doing it wrong.
Oh, poor dear. She doesn't really know what she's doing, does she? Grill at about 180, and you just kind of keep an eye on them and turn them when they kind of start to go a bit golden. So there's no kind of set time.
Mine's in the oven.
In the oven? Good job.
Yep.
Oh my god!
There's a fire.
So guys, this is how you do it. Oh, my heart.
Oh my god.
The smoke alarm will go off me. Cool, great, awesome.
Nailed it.
Cheers to the Southland cheese roll and to my fellow nominees. The best country song 2020. Here we go. Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay,
Yum,
let's
yum.
try it. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh.
I feel like as a society we are becoming a bit more like real, which is nice. Like, you know.
As I stand in my kitchen in secret.
The sparkle Tammy.
So congratulations on winning
Man.
that Best Country Album 2020.
Yeah, well, that's the weird thing about the award changing now to Best Country Artists. That's actually a really kind of sweet thing. I mean, I'm super chuffed about that. And it's amazing. You think, oh, yeah, you put in the submission and you forget all about it. And then it comes up and you can't believe it that you're a finalist. I don't know, it gave us a whole lot more momentum to believe in our crazy projects. It was really great, really nice.
Yeah, I always feel that with awards, you know, people are like, oh, they don't, that's not why we're doing it. But I feel like it's always such a real affirmation. It's not so much the accolades. It's like, I am doing something that's valuable to other people and that other people are connecting with. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And it
especially
does.
because we do so much self-management and so much self-promotion, and you get strung out on this limb and you're like, who in the hell gives a damn about this? And then suddenly something like that happens and you go, wow, it's not that I want a TUI thing. I mean, that's nice too, but I mean, it's just that someone goes, yeah, we see what you're doing and good on you, you know?
So people may not realize, but I talk about you a lot when I talk about, you know, producing albums, writing together. But this is the face behind the name. And Delaney and I have worked together for, gosh, is it 6 years now?
It would be around 8 or something, it feels like. Can't believe
it feels like that.
Yeah, look at me. You could have seen me before I met him.
Most times that we write together, it happens pretty quickly.
We really see the same line, and we both can push really quickly along that line. And it's like that note, yes, no, yes, no, just pushing these things out the way until we get to the end of it, which is usually really fast. And I think you find people who you can work with that it's like that.
Yeah.
You can sort of open up a window that the other person can see through. And
yeah, and that's pretty, I think it's special, and it can be quite rare when you find people you write with really well. You know, I've had people who I get along with well. We get along like a house on fire. We're both creative and have great friendship, but you sit down to write with them and it's just like pushing it uphill, you know? Like there's just nothing there. And it's really, it's funny what can make that and what can break that.
Yeah, because we don't get along at all. But we
not at all.
Yeah. I think it's also believing in somebody is a big part of that, you know, like I remember talking to you and you had this feeling that maybe you weren't recognized as a songwriter because you did stuff with Jay and you were more known for your singing, and it felt like you really wanted to show people that, man, you can write songs.
I think that it's something that unfortunately females in particular face in music, is that people tend to forget that, you know, the songs that they're recording and performing that they actually wrote, it's not always kind of the forefront. I mean, Dolly Parton always talked about that, how she, you know, because she's so over the top and larger than life and has, you know, the personality and the package and her whole image. People tended to forget what a genius songwriter.
Talking about women and men, the differences, but women are usually quicker mentally than men. Communication is something they find a natural part of their world more than men do, I think. And so when it comes to songwriting, those are the tools you need. When
you collaborate with writing, it's a crazy thing. You know, you're walking in sometimes with, you know, into a room with a perfect stranger that you've never met, and you're emptying all of your most vulnerable material and putting yourself in a really vulnerable position of kind of
it's pretty tricky going into that subconscious world and not knowing what's going to be in there. I tried to do that the other day with someone and I just ended up sobbing on the couch, and I was like, damn it, I wasn't wanting to do this. But
how did I get into this fetal position?
yeah, totally. I always see it as that alchemical thing of taking base metals and combining them to forge some gold, because you come up with things you never could come up with by yourself. When you're co-writing songs, you go to places you never would find by yourself, and ultimately you get these beautiful, strong things that are shining, and you can't even believe you had a part of creating them, but somehow they're there in the end. It's magic, I think. I mean, even songs like Running to You that we wrote together, that song to me, it's almost like, did I even write that song? And same for me. It happened so fast. It was just suddenly was there.
Yeah. I read a Tom Waits interview talking about songwriting and how he said he just sits there with the butterfly net and catches whatever's in the air at the time, that whatever's surrounding him at the time. And that's so true. Sometimes it's really, I mean, as long as we have a good butterfly net, that's about it. The rest of it is like, really, you can't take credit for.
Yeah, Neil Young says an amazing thing. He says this song is like this creature that lives in this cave, and you just want to entice it out of the cave just to get a look at it. You don't want to catch it. You definitely don't want to kill it or shoot it or trap it. You just want to have a little look at it and try and catch a glimpse of what this thing might be, and then it'll crawl back, you know? So I always think of it like that, because it's so intangible, and
that's great.
You have these things that you pull out of nothing. You sit there, there's nothing, and then however much later, you've got this complete, fully formed creature of a song.
Okay, well, let's listen to one of your creatures. Let's go sing it.
Let's go sing it. Hey, hey, hey.
Sleep, baby, sleep. Sleep away the heartache. Deep, baby, deep. Fall into the endless night. Way over day till the dream comes. Close your eyes and fall. Hold your breath and wait as it happens. Sleep, baby, sleep. Sleep, baby, sleep. Sleep away the heartache. Deep, baby, deep. Fall into the endless night.
Thanks so much for joining us today on The Tami Show, our special New Zealand Country Music Awards edition. And thank you to my friends and fellow nominees who joined me today on the show. We'll see, and I'm all dressed up. I can't waste all this. I'm gonna go celebrate. See you next week.
If you're feeling lonely, if you're feeling blue, Mama's got a sweet thing back at home for you. I'll be your honey. I'll be your honey girl.
Harry, don't wreck my red carpet. This is my big day. Do you want to walk the red carpet? Okay, come on. Come on.